You wake up, but something's off. There's no ceiling, no ground, just sky, stretching in every direction, and clouds rolling beneath you like waves. You step out of bed and onto a glassy walkway, suspended in midair, with buildings floating. All around, like pieces of a dream, someone forgot to finish drawing. A floating city, not in space, not on the moon, just right, here above the earth, in the clouds. It sounds impossible, but is it? Well, first of all, clouds aren't what they look like. They might look soft and thick enough to nap on, but they're just water. Tiny droplets of it, drifting in air. You try to lie down on one, and you're falling through before you can say, "Hey, where'd my solid surface go?" So the first challenge is obvious. You can't build on a cloud. If we want to live in the sky, we have to float. Not like birds. Like machines, big ones, think balloons, blimps, hot air stuff. A whole city held up with lighter than air gas. In theory, sure it works. We already do that with airships. The trick is scaling it up. Holding up entire buildings, water tanks, roads, people, pets, pizza, ovens. Each one of those things adds weight. And every extra kilogram means more gas, more lift, more structure to hold it all together. Suddenly your cloud city is the size of a mountain, and it still hasn't left the ground. So maybe you don't use balloons. Maybe you build platforms way up in the atmosphere, like skyscraper islands floating above the world. That solves the gas problem. But now you're stuck with something else. The atmosphere doesn't really like guests. The higher you go, the thinner the air gets. Breathing becomes harder. Temperature drops, wind speeds rise. It's like trying to build a neighborhood in a freezer during a tornado. Some people have suggested magnetic levitation. You float things using the power of magnets. It sounds futuristic, and it is. We already have trains that float that way. But keeping something as huge as a city hovering with magnets would need technology way beyond what we've got now. And you'd still need to deal with wind, cold, and gravity whispering. Try me. Then there's the question of keeping people alive. Oxygen, food, waste, up there. Every resource has to be brought in, stored, managed, recycled. You can't just hope it works. You have to design a whole life system that keeps humans cozy while floating above the planet. And no, you can't just throw your rubbish off the edge. One guy's banana peel becomes another guy's sky nightmare. Still, not all hope is lost. There are real plans, not just sci-fi ones, to build things that float in the sky. Some scientists have imagined using giant airships as floating research labs, or even hotels. NASA once proposed building entire colonies in the upper atmosphere of Venus, because down on the surface, you'd melt faster than cheese in a toaster. But 30 miles up, suddenly it's calm, cool, and weirdly Earth-like. So maybe cloud cities are possible, just not here. The truth is, we're not quite there yet. Floating a house is one thing. Floating an entire city, with plumbing and schools and working elevators, that's something else entirely. But who knows? 50 years ago, the idea of everyone carrying a supercomputer in their pocket sounded ridiculous. So maybe, one day, waking up in a bed above the clouds won't be science fiction. It'll just be Tuesday. And until then, I'll be down here, staring up.